All right, so today we are back on the F150, and I actually realized something else today that I didn't quite notice yesterday. When we measured the wheelbase, it was like maybe like a little bit less than a quarter off, and I was like thinking like, oh, it needs to be adjusted with the lower control arm. But upon further inspection of the upper control arm, I realized that not only is this control arm bent right here, but it also took this tower back just a hair as well. Maybe a quarter inch, maybe less. So that going back and this control arm being bent is basically why we did not have a perfect wheelbase. We have a new control arm on the way, and for now what we are going to do is we are going to use this control arm to pull it back a little bit and put the tower back in its spot. So we're going to put our hook here, which should be fine. It might damage that rubber there, but we don't care about that. And this should be fine because there's not going to be too much tension on that. And then once we get this pulled out and this straightened out, we will move on to the door post, which I'm kind of dreading because it is an aluminum body and it does look like it's in there pretty good. I'm hoping that he got a new hinge already. Fingers crossed, but probably not.
Are we fixing this door?
Huh?
You fixing
Yeah,
this?
we're just gonna pull this out and then take it to V-tuned, and he's going to cut this piece off and remanufacture this lower.
He's actually gonna make it longer a little bit for us.
Yeah, and he's going to do it at a 3/4 inch steel instead of this weak aluminum.
How will you protect that corner?
There we go. Never fear, the measuring tape is here. What's going on with it? That's it. What do you think about it, Ben? Oh.
You guys support my dreams.
All right, so we are good here. Everything's lining up real nice. What do you think about it, sir? He's not impressed.
It's nice. It's nice, huh? Professional.
Like you?
Maybe
better.
Yeah.
What do you think here, sir?
What about this?
What do you think here? It's aluminum frame?
Well, this is fixing the door?
Yeah, no.
No.
What? V-Tune's gonna fix it. Put
This
new
door?
metal. Yeah, you're gonna put steel like this.
Ooh.
Yeah. Maybe just remove this.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's way too long. I wonder if I can get behind it as well. Because here's what's gonna happen. The second I start pulling it with that clamp, it's just going to separate from that. To pull this out, we're going to use this hinge, but before we do that, we are going to remove the door and we are going to weld the hinge to the body right here. because since it is bolted on only right here, it's only going to pull out this part, it's going to separate it, it's going to make a huge gap, and then this part will still be set in there. So the way I always do it is, before I mess with the hinge at all, I weld the part that is bent in the most, like that right there. I weld that to the hinge, pull everything out, and then simply cut the hinge off. And 9 times out of 10, it's always a one pull deal. So let's see what happens. All right, so to pull this out, I realized that this hinge is steel. Had this been in a steel frame on this truck, it would have been very simple. We would have simply drilled 2 holes here, right in these little dips. That way we can weld to the inner structure, and then we would bolt this back on and put 2 nice welds right there. And what that would do is, while it's pulling this hinge out, it will go ahead and pull the inner structure out as well. Because if we simply pull by the bolts, we're not going to get any of this out. Since we don't have any aluminum pieces like this laying around, we are going to run down to the steel store and see if they can hook us up with a little piece. And actually kind of excited about that, because I miss going to the steel store. You know, we did a lot of fabricating over at Motorhead, and we used to be down there like every other day. So let's go down there and see what the guys are up to. I wonder if the guys are in there. Ain't in there. Yeah.
Nobody here.
Nobody's here. Facial, safety glasses, and here protected. Water.
Yeah, Brian.
Elmo, get your ass out of here. You don't come by here for 6 damn months.
What can I say? The prices have just not been the same.
Kill him. I said you're killing him.
How y'all doing?
Doing good, bud. How you doing?
Pretty good. Need your help.
Lots of work. Need my help?
Yeah. I need to basically recreate this hinge right here with an aluminum piece. Because what I want to do is, on my doorpost, this is steel, the doorpost aluminum, and I need a weld right here, that way I can pull it out, but I can't weld to the aluminum. So I need like something like this wide. It has to be this wide because the dent on the post is this wide. It's basically this. So we want to drill holes in it, bolt it on there, weld to it, pull on it.
I've got a piece of 5x5 or 6x6 right there. That looks like 3x3.
Yeah, see, that would probably work.
Try that bigger piece right there.
Yeah, this piece right here would work probably.
That would work.
It's like 2 inches maybe?
Yeah, probably. It's probably metric. But yeah, that's close. I'd say probably 1 3/4, 2 inches, maybe 1 7/8.
Yeah, so a 2-inch piece would probably be perfect. All right, so now I welded on a few poop welds there just to weld the 2 sections together. And now we are going to drill some holes in this plate and get it welded on like this. And then as we pull, theoretically, once this gets flat right here, like that, we should be out. So hopefully it works. All right, so we're sort of ready to pull. Sort of ready to pull. I may have been lazy and didn't clean up the area before welding, and so the welding did not turn out very good, and I don't even know if it's gonna hold. So we're gonna pull it, see what happens. Hopefully it pulls it out. See what happens, man. All right, so we got the new door on, and I can't find the bolts. I don't know who took the thing apart. I think the insurance company did, and they forgot to put the bolts back in the truck. So we're gonna have to find some bolts temporarily. But when you line everything up, everything matches up beautifully. So the door, we saved the hinges, and we've got the door in its spot. And now we have one more thing to do. We decided that is going to be best to replace this rear door. I think he thought that he might be able to save it, but if you look from like this side right here, you can see how bad it is caved in. Right now the door is basically closed and sealed. And so what I wanna do is I wanna go ahead and just pull this door out. That way it lines up so that later when he goes to put his new door on, just in case that doorpost did go in a bit, it will be back in its spot. I think this is mainly just the door frame being pushed in, because when I looked at the doorpost, it didn't look like it didn't even have like an indention in it or anything. So we'll pull that out real quick. And while I'm doing this, Nate's taking the door latch off of the original door and we'll install it onto here. That way we can actually close the door. So let's get going. Пишите мне ладно. Хороший. Пошло. Пошло все добре. There we go. Very nice. That's it. Man, look at this thing. It is looking absolutely fantastic. All the gaps are perfect. The door and the fenders lined up. Even this jacked up damaged door is lined up. Not at the bottom right here, because obviously I'm not gonna waste my time pulling a door that he's going to replace anyways, but we make sure everything is good. The door opens and closes absolutely perfectly. You know when a door closes like that, even when it's like empty, no weight on it, you know that's good. Like I'm not even Am I pushing on it, Nate? Am I doing some weird sketchy stuff? No, I'm not. And I could show you from the inside that it's sealed, but you know, I'm sure you guys believe me. But look at this thing. Everything is just absolutely like it should be, you know? We got everything straightened up. We saved the hinges, so we saved the man even more money. And yeah, we're not going to do any Bondo work on the frame. We're going to allow him to see that we did pull it out, and his body guy will take care of that because we don't want to make it look like we're hiding anything, because we're not. We got that straightened out. We've got the wheel in its spot. Tomorrow, this upper control arm will be here. We'll go ahead and throw this on here and make sure that the wheelbase is perfect. Unfortunately, we cannot do the alignment because he bought a new set of rims, but he hasn't got tires for them yet. And this set of wheels, there's one missing. So, you know, you can't align it with a spare on there. So we can't do that. But I have the utmost confidence in the fact that it's going to line up perfectly and everything will be good. So now we just need to get this thing off the frame rack and over to the body guy. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed the content, hit that like button. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And also check us out on Instagram at 23rd_garage. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. So for those of you who have stuck around this long, we will do a little update. Here we have the 2021 Ferrari Lamborghini, and we are doing the bodywork on it. Nate has actually went ahead and put Bondo onto the dent. Nate, you kind of put a lot of Bondo on there, boss.
Yeah, I guess I did put a little bit too much.
He kind of went crazy.
But I don't want to I don't want to have to put more later.
Yeah, I get it. But you want to get this off right here because you don't really want to be sanding all that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem, bro. You know I got your back. I got your back, homie. There you go. Cause that you know, you have to sand that with like an 80 or something. But look at that. That's gonna be done soon. And another cool little tidbit of information. Paul got his Porsche fixed. So let's go see what he's doing with that. Paul, did you fix it?
Apparently.
What do you mean apparently? What does that mean?
Well, I fixed it the first time too.
Oh yeah, that is true. What did you have to do?
Well, I replaced. I probably should have did this the first time, but I looked at the belt the first time, and the belt was in good shape. There was no damage to it. So I greased. There was no belt, and I think there was damage to it, so it snapped.
You gonna drive it home tonight?
Yeah. I mean, I took it around the block. It's
Boss, I'm not on call tonight on the tow truck.
I know. That's what makes me nervous.
Nah, I'll scoop him. I'll drive all the way back out here and then go out there and get him if something happens. Trust me.
No, I think this time we're good. Or could also be that belt is very difficult to put on. They actually, the reason why I couldn't find that water pump and that pulley is because they've completely redesigned it for this car. All this stuff that I found, I barely found because it was discontinued.
Really?
The whole assembly has to be changed, including the belt tensioner, to some kind of new design. And I get why, because you have to put the belt on from the back of the tensioner, and it's super hard. So there's a good chance that maybe I didn't get the belt on like 100%. I think at some, because it's ribbed from both sides. And I think it's some, maybe because it looked good, it looked fine. I don't understand.
But it's crazy how long it lasted.
It didn't last that. What do you mean?
But you went home and then you came to work.
Yeah, but that's when I replaced that pump, the pulley. And then took off and went up the ridge cuttings when that happened.
Oh.
Hey, I'm not a mechanic.
That makes sense why they would, you know, redo the design, you know? They know that idiots might not.
Non-mechanics.
Very, very happy that you got it squared away, you know?
We did have some casualties because of the belt ripping off, but...
You fixed that line there, right?
Yeah, well, the line, and then it broke a plug. I'm about to find a new plug. I mean, I was able to plug it back in, but the actual plug is broken.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find that. Well, that's good. That's good. We'll keep you guys posted on how the Porsche does as far as daily driving and everything else goes. But one more thing, I just got reminded, I seen that subframe right there, and want to tell you guys there is one more thing you can stay tuned for. It's actually a very serious frame job, and for those of you guys that love frame jobs, come here, check this out. This car right here is just absolutely smashed. We've already showed you guys this car, but it was a long time ago. We've got a lot of new subscribers since then. So here she is. This car actually belongs to Vlad over at Motorhead. And he bought this car because he just didn't have enough problems in his life, and he, you know, decided that he wanted something to deal with. So he bought this vehicle, and it turns out that it's clapped, and we have to help him get out of this situation. It's a very sticky situation, I might add. As you can see, this frame rail is absolutely yoinked, and we will have to replace the entire frame section all the way from the firewall forward, and also we will be replacing the strut tower and the upper aprons as well. So it's going to be a pretty invasive frame job, I guess you could say. But we've already got all the parts, and the only thing that is stopping us from jumping on this car is basically that truck on the frame. So now that that truck is done, we'll probably start on this thing tomorrow. What do you think, Nate?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe get it knocked out by the end of the week, you know, make about $5 grand. I don't know. But yeah, so stay tuned for that, guys. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.